Professor Olmsted here with the third part of the Audacity tutorial. We're going to talk about mixing sound. So we have loosely edited and now finely edited our two sound bites. So we're through with the main soundtrack here, so I can just click on the X to get rid of it. All right, and now I just have my two sound bites. Now I want to get some sound to mix underneath that of an oil spill. So I'm going to import more audio. So I'm going to go to File, Import, Audio, and I'm going to go to the oil nat sound, and I'm going to open that up. And now you'll see that this is again in a stereo file, and I want to work in mono. So again, I'm going to go to Tracks, Stereo to Mono. And here's the sound I have. Now I'm going to just play this track for a second. All right, and what you hear there is lapping oil sound. And then it goes to the sound bite. So what I'm going to do is I am going to move this piece of sound down a little bit more. I want the piece to start off with the lapping oil, but not that much time. So I'm going to use this timed shift tool. That allows me to just bring this to there. And so then I'm going to go back to the selector tool again, and I'm going to listen to the sound and the two of these together. And I want both of them to be bright blue so I can listen to them both.
This morning I was bringing out some letters.
All right, now you hear how when she starts talking, it's a little bit too hot, as we call it. This sound is too loud. So I'm going to have to lower the sound between here and there. You can already see that some of the audio here is a lot lower. This is lower
Of this really over
than this sound.
to leave in the mailbox.
All right. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the envelope tool, which is right here, and right parallel to where this is, I'm going to be clicking, and it's just a series of either moving up or down. See how I can do this? And it's just a matter of playing with this to refine it as to if you want the sound to be louder or smaller. Now here I want it to be louder, so I'm going to go like this, and I am going to then click on the selector tool and see how this sounds.
Well, this morning I was bringing out some letters to leave in the mailbox to be picked up, and I was aware of this really overwhelming odor of heavy oil.
Okay, now that's pretty good. Even though it looks like there's no sound there, it actually sounds pretty good. Just because of the volume at which that natural sound was conducted. Now what I want to do is I want to have a little bit of natural sound full up right here, but not this much. So I'm going to go back to the Move tool here. I'm going to bring this in a little bit closer, okay, like that. And what I want to do is go back to the Selector tool. I think I'm actually going to get rid of this section right here and delete it so that I can have a little bit wider sound, louder sound here between here and there. So I'm going to go back to the envelope tool, and right where it goes right here, then I want this loud, and I want this very low. All right, so let's make sure. So now let's try that out and see how that sounds. Go to the selector tool again and play it.
Heavy oil.
Stay away from it. Stay in your home. Preferably, we like you to keep your doors closed. We have residue on all the banks, and we have some saturation of the ground, so you're going to get vapor production.
Okay, let's experiment a little bit and play with the sound until you get it the way you like it. Now the sound ends right here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the selector tool and I'm just going to highlight like this and hit delete. And if I play, that's my sound file right there. So what this visually says is natural sound full up right here. This is low sound, but it's underneath the primary sound. Natural sound full up loud, and then low underneath the second byte. And I would continue to play with the audio like that until I got it the way I wanted it. Now I'm ready to export. So I'm going to go to File, Export Audio, and I'm going to call this well, actually, put your last name on it, okay? Because you're going to be sending this work to me. So put your last name in, and you're going to save it to the desktop. The other thing that you want to do is, under Format, you want to make sure that you put it into an MP3 file, not a WAV file or anything else, because in order to use sound slides, you have to have an MP3 file. So if you have not downloaded the lame encoder, then you'll not be able to export as an MP3. You'll only be able to export as a waveform file. That's why you have to have both of those pieces of audio software working together. Then I'm going to hit Save. Tracks will be mixed down to a single channel. That's what I want. This is metadata that we don't need to worry about. Just click OK. And now if I were to just move Audacity out of the way, then what I would see is this audio file right here that says Olmsted MP3. And if I click on that, this is going to be the audio waveform that we just saved.
Well, this morning I was bringing out some letters to leave in the mailbox to be picked up, and I was aware of this really overwhelming odor of heavy oil.
Stay away from it. Stay in your home.
Okay, and that's all there is to it. Now what I want you to do is just to email me your MP3 audio file, and that will complete the exercise in how to do Audacity editing.